Somewhere out there, right now, someone with less talent than you, less time than you, fewer resources than you, is building the exact life you keep telling yourself you'll start next year. So here's my question, my only question tonight. Why not you? You already know the excuse. You've said it to yourself 100 times. I don't have the connections. I don't have the money. I'll start when things calm down. I'll start when I finally feel ready. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're never going to feel ready. Nobody does. The people you admire didn't wait until they felt confident. They moved anyway, terrified, unprepared, still full of doubt. That's the real difference. Not talent, not luck. The moment you stop waiting for permission that was never coming. Here's what nobody tells you about the people who made it. Almost none of them started with an advantage. Most started with less than you have right now. And they moved anyway, before fear had time to convince them not to. In 480 BC, a small force of Spartan warriors stood in a narrow mountain pass, facing a Persian army that outnumbered them many times over. They knew the odds. They stood anyway. Here's the part that matters most. It wasn't the battle that made them ready. It was every year before it. The training, the discipline. An identity built one repetition at a time, long before anyone was watching. When the moment arrived, they didn't have to become brave. They already were. Courage isn't a feeling you wait for. It's a habit you build before you need it. Fast forward to a high school gym. A sophomore tries out for the varsity basketball team. He gets cut. Not close. Cut. Most people would have taken that as the final verdict. Instead, Michael Jordan trained harder than everyone who made the team. Years later, he became, by most measures, the greatest basketball player who ever lived. The rejection wasn't the end of the story. It was the beginning of it. Now stop thinking about legends for a second. Think about you, because your brain has been lying to you. Every time you think about starting, it doesn't show you the first step. It shows you the entire mountain. You don't think, I'll put on my running shoes. You think, I have to run 5 kilometers. You don't think, I'll turn on my laptop. You think, I have to finish this entire project. You don't think, I'll walk into the gym. You think, I have to transform my body. You don't think, I'll read 1 page. You think, I have to finish the whole book. No wonder you never start. Your brain keeps asking you to finish, before you've even begun. Here's the truth. Success is almost never built by people who wake up feeling motivated. It's built by people who make the first move, before motivation ever arrives. So stop asking yourself to finish the race. Ask yourself to tie your shoes. Stop asking yourself to build the business. Just open the document. Stop asking yourself to finish the project. Just turn on your laptop. Stop asking yourself to get in shape. Just walk through the gym door. Stop asking yourself to change your life. Take one step. Because every extraordinary life you've ever admired started exactly the same way. With one action, so small, it almost didn't seem important. If a Spartan could take one more step toward a battle he might never survive, if Michael Jordan could take one more shot after being told he wasn't good enough, then what's stopping you from taking your first step today? Here's your challenge. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not next month. In the next 60 minutes, do one thing. Not the whole workout, just put on your shoes. Not the whole project, just turn on your laptop. Not the whole business, just open the document. Not the entire book, just write the first sentence. Because the goal isn't to finish. The goal is to become someone who starts. Once you take that first step, the second becomes easier. And before you realize it, you're already moving. Every person you've ever admired was once exactly where you are right now. Unproven, untested, unsure. The only difference between them and everyone who stayed stuck is this. They stopped asking, why? And started asking, why not me? Comment, why not me, if you're done waiting for permission that was never coming. And if this made you think, follow Akrasia Mind. Because next time, we go even deeper.